Well, looky, looky, looky what the cat drug in. This cat. Casper! Hey! Okay, whatever. Here we go. So this is my CDC classic chin spoiler for 2005 through 2009 Ford Mustang GT. Not the California Special or GT 500, just the standard GT. This is my kitty. So anyway, I'm going to open it up and install it. Yep. Hey guys, so I got it fully unboxed. As you can see, looks good. No damages, which is something you always want to inspect. So, good stretch. Anyway, so it looks good. I don't see any damages. I don't see anything that I should be concerned about. Here's the inside. It's not a chin scratch, dude. Okay, apparently it is. It also functions as a kitty neck scratcher. So, my initial impressions, it feels cheap, which I wasn't expecting it to feel like quality. It feels okay, but it was 170 bucks, so I wasn't expecting much. The finish looks nice. There's a little bit of scratches here. Actually, I don't even know if they're really scratches. Might just be, yeah, they're kind of are. Once they're on the car, though, or once it's on the car, I'm not gonna be too worried about it. I'll probably get it painted eventually. I'm not too sure yet. Right now, I'm just gonna install it bare like this. So. Feels good. I feel like it's not gonna crack. Like if I hit something or bottom out, it'll just scrape it. It's not gonna crack it. So that feels good. And then what it came with was all the instructions. So we got 2 push pins right there, alcohol swabs, and double-sided tape. So I'm gonna get it outside, and then we're gonna mount it on the car. Got the car up on jack stands, as you can see. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to test fit the chin spoiler, make sure there's not any warps or anything that's going to mess it up. So, yeah. So I put my car up on jacks to make it easier. You don't have to. But I'm kind of low, so it would make it more difficult. So, yeah. Okay, so it's definitely a tight fit, but it goes on. You just gotta stretch. Okay, so now that I test fitted it, so what we're gonna want to do, you need to come in, remove. Oops. Let me get this focus point right. We're gonna need to remove that bolt right there. We're gonna need to remove that screw, and I don't think we're gonna need to remove that one. I think just these bottom 2. So. There's one there and one there. And then on the other side, there's one right there and one right there. So yeah, so I'm gonna remove those 2 on each side, and then we will go to our next step. Okay, to make this a little bit easier, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the wheel to the right to get these left screws out, and then go the other side and turn it to the left, and vice versa. It just makes it easier. And then all it is a Phillips head screwdriver. Now I'm going to the other side, and then turn the wheel the other way. And then that way, when you turn the wheel, you can get that back on. So now that the chin spoiler is test fitted, so what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to sand right here along this inner, this is the inside of the chin spoiler. So right here you can see it's the inside. So this is where it's gonna, the 3M tape's gonna hit the car. So we're gonna need to sand that with 80 grit sandpaper, and then we're gonna need to alcohol swab it and then use the adhesion promoter. Okay, so I used 80 grit sandpaper just to sand the inside lip. So now that we can clean it with the isopropyl rubbing alcohol. Okay, so those little alcohol prep pads didn't work very good, so I decided to just use some better isopropyl rubbing alcohol and then a microfiber. So I'm going to use that instead, and it'll probably work a lot better. Okay, so now that that's all rubbed with alcohol, what we're going to want to do is let it dry fully. And then we're going to come in with the adhesion promoter that they supply. It's 3M adhesion promoter, so I trust it. And then we're going to let this tack up for 30 to 45 minutes, and then we're going to come in and put on our double-sided tape. Okay, so what I did was I came right here. So this is where the double-sided tape's going to adhere to along this lip, all the way across this front opening, right there. So I cleaned that with the isopropyl alcohol and a microfiber. And then what I did was I also cleaned up all around the bottom of the bumper right here and the backs, so that when the chin spoiler goes on, it's not gonna be hitting any like dirt or rocks and scratching the paint underneath in case you want to take it back off. So now we got to adhesion promote the whole thing. Okay, so here's the adhesion promoter sponge thing. It won't even focus. There we go. So now we're gonna take this and rub it along that lip of the chin spoiler. And then we're gonna also apply just a little bit on the paint right here. Okay, now we're gonna let that sit and tack up for 30 to 45 minutes. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is the adhesion promoter's been on there for like 45 minutes. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna heat gun the plastic a little bit so that the surface is like 70 degrees-ish. I think it says in the instructions somewhere 70 degrees. Oh, 60 to 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Okay, so I'm going to heat it up a little bit because it's clearly colder than 60. And then so the tape will stick better. And then I'm going to heat the bumper up too. And then we can go install it. Okay, so now that it's heated, we can apply the double-sided tape. So I just want to do it right on the edge right here. Okay, so now that you can see, I got the 3M tape. I don't even know if it's 3M. The double-sided tape ran along the edge right here. I was able to keep it in one piece and bend at this contour right here. It went on smooth. I think it'll be okay. And then just go all the way along, all the way to the edge, and then go back over it and apply pressure to make sure it has a bond. And then now I'm going to go heat up the bumper a little bit so it has good adhesion, and then we can install it. Okay, so now that it's both heated up and we got this double-sided tape, so what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to insert the side, and then we're going to insert the other side, and then we can wrap it around. So what we're going to want to do now is, on one side, we're going to want to remove just a little bit of tape so we can see it. As you can see right here, if you leave one side off, get a little bit of tape coming up through, and then pull it around the side and wrap it around like that, and then you should be able to pull the tape all the way along and then stick it. Okay, so I ran into a little bit of an issue. So what I did was, you saw me peel that little bit of red tape and run it up along here. But then what happened was, once I got it over here, I removed it all the way along, and then it got stuck on this corner. So I had to take that corner back off, pull it down a little bit, and then get it so that there was a little bit of room so I could finish pulling that tape off. But other than that, it went on good. So now, what I need to do is, we're gonna wanna install these 2 bolts, and then there's gonna be a push pin on the bottom right here. So we're gonna need to install that. So first I'm gonna do the screws. Okay, so I got those in. So now what we're gonna need to go do, we got the push pin things. So now, go under the car, and there is this hole right here, and you just wanna put the push pin up through. And then just push it in until it doesn't go anymore. Like that, and then that's it, and then same thing over here. Just like that. And then that's it. Now you can lower your car back down. And that's okay, so here's the finished install.